Wow, you took notes too. Oh my god.
Yeah, I took a lot of notes.
Oh, I'm so mad. Okay, I'm gonna try to just go off memory here. Okay, we just gonna walk through the episode best as we can.
All right, bet. Look. So the episode should be called "That Nigga Don't Miss." That's
Yep, he don't miss. That nigga don't miss.
That nigga don't miss. Matter of fact, we should name this episode that nigga don't miss.
That nigga don't miss.
No, but the way they introduced Bullseye was amazing, bro. Like,
yeah, because they was shitting on his costume. They kept showing like pictures and stuff of the behind the scenes stuff, and I was a little nervous. I was very nervous, but it all came together at the end.
Yeah, most definitely. It was just that opening scene was so beautiful because later on we find out that nigga killed 11 people while he was fighting Daredevil, bro. Simultaneously fighting that nigga and just randomly throwing shit to kill niggas at the same time. The nigga is great.
He had a mission. I'm here to just shit all over him. Because at first I'm like, who sent them? But when somebody mentioned like, yeah, he was just being petty. He was just upset. It's like, okay. And he did his damnedest. He said, I'm going to kill your mans. Which also pissed me off because if your client he wanted to know where you were. I'm immediately going indoors. You just standing out on the sidewalk. Then when he got shot, Karen just stood there looking around. Like,
what the fuck was she supposed to do?
Run indoors or drag his ass in. She was looking around like she could identify the shooter and then somehow attack him. Like, no. Whether you identify where the bullet's coming from or not, get the fuck out of the bullet range. You know where he was just standing.
I feel like she knew it wasn't shit she could really do for real because if you think about it, Foggy got shot. The nigga that came out got shot. The nigga that came out after him got shot.
What?
It was just like, bro.
He fell. I was like, dog, what did they do?
Yeah, this is crazy. This episode definitely reminds you, like, y'all must have forgot how gory and gritty we were, bro. Like, we gave y'all the Punisher.
They gave it all. They put it all back. Just feeling like you back in Hell's Kitchen with them. That bar feeling, him chilling with his people.
Yep.
Which I needed to make the note. Daredevil need his ass whooped. It took all the way till the end of the episode for him to walk with a woman on the inside of him on the sidewalk. I thought he should have known that, but I'm being petty.
He's blind. He get a pass.
He's blind. He get a pass.
He should be on the inside.
Dog. They said Foggy finally handsome now. Kill him.
Kill him off.
Kill him off. He cannot be handsome. He cut his hair before he got his bearded Nelson. No. Kill him. Dead. When he heard him pass and he heard him and that Daredevil started screaming on the top, he was laughing, but then he just went, fuck you.
Bro, and I wanted to talk about that too, but before we get to that, did you peep that this nigga had like 16 knives in his body while he was fighting that
he
nigga,
was
bro?
up in knives quicker than hella. Like, he was really pulling out of his ass. Any gap he had where he didn't have to hit Daredevil, okay, he can get that knife across the room. Bartender, yeah, you look stupid.
Bro.
He just...
You got to realize how fast he's thinking about, all right, hit, punch, duck, she's dead. Hit, punch, duck, he's dead. Like, this thing is too cold, bro.
Way too cold. He never found out Matt's identity, did he?
I don't know, but at the same time, he probably know considering who he was targeting.
Yeah, but you also got to remember in the third season of the Netflix series, he was going after Karen, and Nelson was there. Yeah, so maybe he just kind of made that connection. I don't know. Who knows?
Back to your point, bro. On the roof, like, that was beautiful, bro.
Effortless, this nigga Chuck. There's nothing else for you.
It wasn't even effortless because if you go back and really rewatch it, he was struggling with it because at first he was like, then he saved him and then he pulled him back and beat his eyes a little bit more. And he was like, fuck it.
And he never was brought to that point. He got real close at the end of season 3 once again in Netflix where he was getting ready to, when he grabbed Kingpin's head, like, I'm here. Yeah. Just kill this motherfucker. That he couldn't do it. But now I'm justified. Nigga, you killed my man. Nigga, you out of there, dog. And maybe that's why he stopped. Like, okay, now I see who I become if I get pushed. Yeah. And I will go there. So I just don't want to be put in that situation where I have to make that choice.
Do you remember the picture that they showed right before they showed Kingpin and Vanessa? It was a picture of a man holding another man, and it was blood coming from his head. Right on the scene.
Oh yeah.
Did you put that together?
No, I didn't.
So I was like, this picture seems very familiar. So I looked it up, and it was like perfectly thrown in. It was like a reference to Ivan the Terrible and his son. And for those who don't know, the meaning behind this painting, Ivan the Terrible, in a fit of rage, he fatally hit his son, and the painting shows Ivan holding his son dying, and he's filled with grief and remorse immediately after. And it focuses on this moment of intense emotional turmoil and it's considered a powerful depiction of the brutality and psychological complexities of Ivan the Terrible's reign, which perfectly reflects the turmoil and psychological complexities of what Daredevil was going through in that moment. So it was just, all right, I'm going to show you this moment where this nigga was like going through this turmoil, and then it said fuck it and killed the nigga. And then to show that picture, to like wrap it all up for those who knew, like, hey, this is a reference to that. It was beautiful to me, bro. It's like, these niggas are historians, bro. These niggas are great.
I like that. Speaking of like visuals, there was a scene where he was sitting at a table. Every time like they would show his reflection bounce off the table, and the light above his head was creating like a halo right above his head. It was like a white halo. I thought that was dope because he's trying to redo things, but I don't know if that's entirely true.
No, I love the duality about it. Like, him and Kingpin are trying their best to not fall into these roles, but this kind of pivoting into the second episode, they both immediately fall right back into those roles.
Immediately.
Even just to go before that, I love the scene when they were at the diner and they were speaking to each other without really speaking to each other. Like, you know, Daredevil was like, yeah, if you go back to your old ways, I'm gonna come after you. And then Kingpin was like, well, don't forget, nigga, basically, I know who you are, and if you do some shit, I'm gonna come at you with the full force of the law, bro. You nigga, you forgot.
Yeah, that kind of hit me too. I'm like, did they just both have a meeting, basically saying I'm not that person anymore, but if you become that person again, I'll be that person again.
Yeah,
it's like we each other's excuse to do this.
For me, the first episode was like a good solid 8. It was beautiful, beautifully written. It was a dope intro, a nice reminder to this is Daredevil. Second episode was kind of but the ending was amazing.
They had a lot of stuff in there because at first, at least I heard, they were not planning on using Foggy or Karen at all. And when they heard that people would be upset about that, they're like, all right, let's bring him back. We won't pay Foggy. We'll just kill him immediately. And I wonder, I don't know if we'll see any more Karen or not. Probably not.
I do not like Karen, but I think they're kind of writing her out by like showing her leave.
Yeah, so. She like moved back to where she came from, because I forgot she wasn't even from New York. When he was talking to Vanessa, he was like, during my recovery, 2 things became apparent. I wanted him to say so bad. 1, Echo is not canon. 2, She-Hulk is canon. Or maybe he said that to Daredevil in the diner, like, guess what? Echo is not canon, but She-Hulk is. Yeah, you did that. Yeah, you went to California. You did that. Which is also weird. I would have thought She-Hulk should be defending White Tiger. I mean, she shouldn't, but you know me, bro.
Wait, so what do you mean she's not canon?
No, it's all canon. I'm just saying, for the sake of them being real meta about things, he should just be like, hey, I know you went off and made that show Echo. Nigga, you did She-Hulk. Like, what we don't need is people that dress as spiders.
That was
man with skulls on their chests. He heard that shit like, all right, bro, bet. I'm pulling up.
Man, I'm pulling up.
What do you think is the dynamic with Kingpin and his wife? You think she like trying to take over, or she just mad at him?
I think it's like both. That's why they showed you at the beginning. It was so important that he reached for that white suit, but he ended up grabbing a gray one. Because he was like, I'm not trying to be Kingpin in this moment, before he went to the meeting. And so I honestly think Kingpin is going to end up killing her. This is my hot take. I don't know if it's going to be true or not, but I think he's going to end up killing her, and that's going to represent him killing that version of himself and being born again, because that's like kind of what the whole show is about. Like, even if you watch the little intro, it literally shows them
climbing out of the rubble, just rebuilding itself,
and then rebuilding themselves. Now, it could just be a play on what the actual show is named, but I really do think these characters are going to reach like that point of no return. Like, you know what, fuck it, I have to change who I was, but I'm still going to be who I used to be in a certain extent.
Yeah.
So, because we know Daredevil gets his new suit, and we got to figure out what happens with that. But she's definitely mad at him, and we figure it out during the therapy session. But Takeover, I don't know. And she wouldn't be able to. Like, you saw him literally just walking in.
Dog, they got right up. As soon as you said that, that scene just played in my head.
They already know. Like, that's why they refer to her as Fist Wife.
I like how they changed the intro into a choir, but I do miss that heartbeat at the end of the intro. I swear I still love that part, but it's still a cool intro. It's dope.
And another thing I noticed too, they low-key showing Daredevil getting better with his powers. Them showing more of how like he's honing it, because like when he was listening to Foggy's phone conversation, and they showed like kind of how it focused on him and turned everything else down.
Yeah.
And then like when he was listening to Fist winning the election, I don't know, I thought that was kind of dope.
Yeah. Episode 2, at the very end, it was like, bro, what you doing here? Look, man, I'm visually impaired. Nigga, shut up.
They got the whip in his ass.
I want to hear that shit.
And honestly, another thing about that last part, I think when he was saying, like, don't do this, please don't do this, he wasn't really talking to them, bro. I feel like he was talking to himself.
Talking to God. God, please let these men leave so I don't have to be the devil anymore. Just don't. Why?
He want to, bro. He really want to, but he hate that he want to.
Now, let me ask you this. At the end of the Netflix series, they showed Bullseye getting surgery. Kingpin had fractured his spine or broken it, and I think they was giving him like a vibranium spine. You think that's why he woke back up after a fall like that? After he fell off the building? Or is it
probably,
just
bro.
It's Bullseye?
It's Bullseye, bro. He's not an easy dude to kill. Like I said, I think they were just focusing on this character breaking and showing you what that looks like. Yeah. And they used him as a way to do that. I don't think it was ever meant to kill him, but it was just meant to show you that, all right, Daredevil is at that breaking point and he wants to kill people.
Like it definitely like passed the baton from the series to the show in a quick way, but a way where it didn't feel rushed to me, because I know what they also have to do. They also have to world build, pay homage to the people that know the character, and then like bring in people that don't know him. Like, okay, he was in She-Hulk, but what else does he do? I don't know who wouldn't do their research, because that's probably the best thing you could do research on that you can actually watch. But I'm sure there are people like that. And that means Bullseye is an actual villain now. He might pop up in anything. He's gonna break out. We know that. Jesus Christ, they can't let that man eat. They have to like spoon feed him. Don't hand him nothing. He can't hold nothing.
A chicken bone, nothing, bro. Like, he's lethal. He don't miss. That's his superpower, bro.
Bro, immediately when they show that paperclip go through that fly and hit the wall and he twisted the light bulb, I forgot he had OCD. Yeah. I forgot about that. That was such a dope nod to they didn't have to do that.
I was like, this is a nod to the OG Bullseye from the movie. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, that's beautiful.
Ironic enough, that guy is the Penguin now. And I thought they could possibly make a costume for Bullseye that's more accurate because his mouth is out. Like Black Bolt, it's damn near the same hood, the same mask. I still liked it. His eyes was just out. I used to be FBI. I don't want to be seen. And it was like, I want to cause damage, but get away from this nigga too. And he just couldn't do it.
Yeah, he couldn't.
At one point, he punched a woman in the gut. When he got to the top of them steps, they didn't even show her. You just heard it. He went, and I went, dude, this nigga is on a rampage, bro.
Yeah, he's a problem, bro. He grabbed that can of soup, bro, and threw it at his head. That shit hurt.
I don't know who made that suit for him.
That's a good question, yeah.
Because I forgot the guy died, right? The New York guy. I forgot his name.
And it was just dope. I feel like that was also a way of saying, like, you can't really stop me, bro. Like, I'm going to fight you and I'm going to kill all these people around you just to send a message, bro. I want you to be in pain. I want you to know you can't really stop me because I know you're not going to kill me.
He even laughed in his face.
That's true. I also liked how they introduced the reporter's daughter.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. That's actually his niece. Where the hell is Mulaney? I hope they bring all those characters back. I hope they bring Turk Barrett back. The guy every Netflix hero ran up on at some point and was like, look, I need information. He's like, look, man, I'm just trying to sell these guns. They either get him arrested or they knock him out and leave him in like a dumpster in some back alley or some shit. And he always gets back out.
Yeah.
It just reminded me of how much I love the street level heroes. It's just as chaotic as the multiversal shit.
You sure about that?
As far as this moving pieces, a story is a story, you know. Sometimes you can tell a good story about a man who killed his father, is trying to take over the city over and over again. And there was like seamless parallels between him and how people perceive Donald Trump. I thought that was dope. It's like, he's a criminal. Don't you know what he's done? It's like,
and then the hats too, fist and
dog. I was cracking up, bro. I was like, bro, they gave him blue MAGA hats. This is hilarious, dog.
They can't openly come on and say it. You know, Trump gonna be like, let's pull the funding.
Bro, somehow. They did a better job with that parallel than they did with Captain America Brave New World, because everybody kind of noticed how unopinionated they were. They didn't really want to step on anybody's toes or like make anybody upset. So it was like very neutral. With this, it was like, yeah, that nigga's clearly Trump. And that's fine. When he was at the diner with Daredevil and they talking, it made me think about his interrogation when he was in jail. He's like, bro, how the Punisher get out of here? I don't know what you're talking about. Bro, like, nigga, is that steak? You running this shit. There's no steak in jail. Someone's it's one steak. Medium rare. Bro, stop playing with me. Vanessa. Clink. Boom. Boom. Say her name. Boom. Daredevil said, I'm going to break out, get a counter in. Got that uppercut. Yes, the son of a boxer. Wait, you're Daredevil, aren't you? No. What you talking about? I'm out.
I had a moment where I was laughing too. Immediately when you saw him, I had nothing to do with your friend being killed.
Yeah. I kept that promise, bro. You know it wasn't me, bro. You know it wasn't me.
But the tattoo that the police officer had.
I like that too. He had that, yeah, which means, like the real world, some people was riding around in New York with that Punisher emblem on their car and they made him take it off. Like, no, bro, if you look up to this character, you're part of the problem. This is not meant to be praised. Yeah, it's awesome to see him do this stuff, but ultimately this is a man who cannot turn off his warlike instincts and causes hella violence.
I just feel like the way that they introduce Bullseye, that he better have an entrance just as good as that, bro. It can't just be a, hey, what's going on?
They're not gonna ruin that. They better fucking not. It is too soon to know. This very much could all fall apart. Hopefully it doesn't.
But he would need a reason to be there because he's not just gonna show up just, hey, I missed you, Red. Like, no, he got to be there to kill some people, and Daredevil has to stop him. That's literally how it's always been in the comics. But the question is, what events are gonna happen and take place to where the Punisher has to show up?
All right. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe Daredevil start losing it. And Punisher got to say, like, bro, what is you doing? Like, I thought I did the shit.
Bro, and I love how when he was like, I know about the guy that you've been messing with. He's like, don't kill him. I'm not that guy anymore. And then when they were in the meeting with the old reporter's niece, he's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know she was going to bring her up. He's like, don't worry about it, bro. Like, he really, like, trying to keep it under control. But you know that nigga is really going crazy in his head, bro. He going to let loose one of these days.
Sandwich was disgusting.
Like, damn,
just to
bro.
be petty. He's hiding a child. He draked that nigga.
He draked that nigga, bro. Because his wife was at the funeral, so this is somebody he cheated on his wife with.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he didn't want that getting out. That was saying, yeah, that kid that was hitting. He thought nobody knew about that hidden child, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
You can ruin a man with a single piece of paper. I feel like that's gonna come back and bite him in the ass.
Ooh, yeah. Get him like Al Capone. I've never seen him use a gun.
You don't need to. Fisk is strong as hell.
I guess not.
And nothing can penetrate his suit.
Here, sir, I know this Russian just pissed you off. Would you like to use my gun and shoot him in the head? No, that's fine. I'll use the back door and cut his fucking head off with it. I think that's why he yelled at the end of the episode, too. He's like, I'm in this shit now. Now I'm in this shit.
No, he realized, I think he yelled because he realized he killed one and one is alive. So what do I do in this situation now?
Yeah.
Because the other one is gonna wake up.
But also, now I'm about to be back in this Daredevil shit, too.
I don't know what are they gonna do with this White Tiger character, because I want to know what his role is in this story, because they did kind of just cut away. Oh, here, look at this scene, this White Tiger, and they didn't immediately reveal who he was. I feel like that could have been like dragged out a little bit more. Oh, go to his apartment and find this suit. Like, you don't think he would have?
Yeah, that was dumb. Yeah, just his shit was just under the bed.
Just under the bed.
Like, he had to put in no effort. At least Tony Stark poked the chute, and Spider-Man's suit came falling out. He wasn't just laying out on some fucking mannequin.
Under the bed.
I could just picture him pushing that box like, no one will ever find this here.
Bro.
As he looks at the safe across the room.
Goofy, bro. And he keep that medallion, that little thing with him all the time. That's the source of his power. He don't just leave this shit anywhere. So that made no sense.
That makes no sense to me. But whatever. Well, let's hope for a really, really good season.
Yeah, I think it will be.